Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Talkin' Tommy channel right here, coming to you from the Jack's Army News Center. I am Mr. 901 Tommy Jackson, official maestro of content for Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. And you might have caught it in the sneak peek. Of course, we'll leave a bug at the top in case you missed it. But today, we've got something to go over because not only did we get the sneak peek for El Rilampago, I think I finally got it, but also we got kind of a preview to the rest of the wrestling team. So let's take a look at this blog post that was posted this morning shortly after the sneak peeks came out. There you can see the new Speedy right there. And if we take a really close look at him, the design is phenomenal. Gigantic belt buckle. It's got the tassels flying. It's got the gimmick. He's got his mask on. Got the sombrero. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. Wrestlers and El Rilampago. Our team of wrestlers is slowly making their entrance into the ring as more of the members make an appearance in the world of Mayhem. So far, you've met the spectacular and high-flying El Espectro, the legendary leader of the team, which hits like a truck and looks like one too. Today, you will meet his tag team partner, El Rilampago. Speedier than speed itself, he has a powerful, unlockable passive, which will add an assist by El Espectro himself to his hamstrung attack, while providing quick heals to the rest of the team. We're also going to provide you with an exclusive sneak peeks to the rest of the team members of the team. Here we go, right here. The Maestro! An epic defender will be arriving very soon in a new event currently slated to start on 11/19. Mark your calendars. While the Tasmanian Terror, an epic attacker, will make the crowds wait a little longer with an appearance set for the beginning of next year. So, right there in that one brief little blurb, we know that the Mass Terror is coming out possibly sometime around 11/19, and we can expect the final member at the beginning of next year. So the full team will rely around stack stats down on their enemies, particularly defense down and attack down. Stacking defense down will be particularly beneficial as it will synergize well with other wrestlers' skills, making their attacks and heals even stronger. This team will be particularly suited for arena matches thanks to El Toro's team buff. That's right. Now, the wrestlers team, you can see it right here. We've got El Espectro, El Rilampago, the Mass Terror, and the Tasmanian Terror, which we don't know what the Tasmanian looks like. Is it a she-devil? Is it the Tasmanian devil himself? We don't know, but we can speculate all day long down in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about that final member there. So some of the key tips, and this gives you somewhat of an idea of how this team would kind of work, at least the bullet points of it, if you will. So stack defense down. El Espectro, the Mass Terror, and the Tasmanian Terror can all inflict defense down on enemies. Stacking it high will help unlock Toro Typhoon. Increase El Rilampago's healing and stack attack down when the Mass Terror taunts. So, as you know, if you've played or looked at the kit to El Espectro, once so many defense downs are on the team member on the opposite team, he gets that Typhoon unlocked. So this is looking like it's going to be similar, where that happens, the healing goes up, that happens, attack down when Mass Terror taunts. That's pretty cool. Now, we're going to talk about this next one. Taking one for the team, the Tasmanian Terror's passive, the Tasmanian Tower, will revive El Espectro when defeated with 50% max health and 3 defense up before sacrificing himself. Now, if we look at the rest of this, and you're going to notice that none of it says anything about anybody having a revive besides that. Now, if we drop down here in a moment, you're going to see that they are great in arena. So they're an arena-based team. They get buffs for being in that game mode. Well, in that game mode, it's way more beneficial to have 3 stars than 2. So you would just think somebody might have a revive on this team, or maybe that somebody that we haven't seen yet can directly revive the Tasmanian Terror. We don't know, but very interesting. That's a Anubis canine-like move right there. We will see. And then we've got Tag Team for the win. That's right. El Espectro and El Rilampago are a formidable tag team, and once El Espectro defeats an enemy, El Rilampago's the double death drop permanently unlocks, and we'll take a look at his skills here in just a moment. So they say they're great in arena. El Espectro grants his team of wrestlers plus 10% stats, 3 counter chance up, and 3 tenacity for 3 turns in arena matches. That could be a very big deal depending on how the rest of this team shapes up. Counter enemies buffs. So with a full wrestler team, your enemies will have a 100% buff resistance on their first turn. So if you're going up against teams, and we've all seen them where they immediately buff up the minute battle starts, that's not going to happen, at least on the first turn, if you have a full team of wrestlers the way they're supposed to be. So El Rilampago, the fastest fighter in the wrestling team, who's always looking to support his team members with a heel. He zips around the battlefield, cheering on Luchador Toro and waiting for the moment to call him in for tag team's patient pending double death drop. Once El Espectro defeats an enemy, El Rilampago's hamstrung will really bring down the pain, while boosting the wrestler's turn meter each turn and boosting them with heals and attacks up. So let's take a look real quick. By the way, I love these graphics that have been popping up in the blog post. I think they give everybody a lot better idea of what we can expect out of these teams and tunes. So you can see right here, he's a Desert Epic Support Rodent Wrestler. That's right. Max power is 56, 343. His attacks 2325, which for a support, you know, that's about where these tunes have been coming out lately. Defense 2857, health 21 or 7120, which again, all of that is pretty par for the course with recent tunes. And then speed 223. Well, he is a speedy, okay? And if he didn't have good speed and he's a speedy, that he'd be laughed out of the ring. That's pretty sweet. I like the high speed on speedy. So hamstrung, deal 85% damage to target enemy, inflicting 3 speed down for 2 turns. Yes, please. Then we've got a passive, Team Toro. When an allied El Espectro defeats an enemy, unlock the double death drop. We're going to scoot down real quick. Double death drop. Whenever this tune uses hamstrung, call an allied El Espectro to assist against the target enemy for 75% of their attack. So essentially what happens is, the minute El Espectro defeats an enemy, or at least this is the way it reads, his basic, El Rilampago's basic hamstrung, then turns into not only a 85% damage, inflicting 3 speed downs for 2 turns, but also an assist from El Espectro. So that's pretty cool. Round 2 special skill. Heal team members, and it's got a cooldown of 2. Heal team members for 50% heal power, and heal wrestling team members for an extra 5% heal power for each defense down on enemies. And according to the bullet points of the team, there's going to be a lot of defense down. Then we've got a passive skill, Tag Me In. At the start of each ally's turn, grant them 3 attack up. And if that tune is a wrestler, this tune gains 15% turn meter. Yes, please. So you're telling me we've just got a passive that we got 3 attack ups. Yeah, I'll take that. And then we've got his other special skill, cooldown of 3, called Pinned. Deal 60% damage to all enemies, inflicting 3 speed down. I like the way it looks so far. Really curious to see how the Mass Terror and the Tasmanian Terror are going to work out. Super interesting to see how this team is going to shape up. As everybody knows, or if you don't, I'm kind of big into wrestling. I own my own wrestling company right here in Memphis, Tennessee, 901 Wrestling, which you can find on YouTube. In fact, I'll probably even put a little bug up top for you. Really excited to see the wrestling team come. I thought that our guy, the Crusher, was going to be one of the wrestling team, they pulled a swerve on us. Like 90s booking, they pulled a swerve on us. And the Crusher's part of the boxing team. But I am super excited to see the Masked Terror in the game. I have no clue who the Tasmanian Terror is. But I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you're looking forward to, of course, in the comments down below. And if you have not done it already, then by all means, hit that subscribe button, bang that bell so that you're always updated with Talking Tommy videos and news for Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. And we'll even put another video up here. If you like this one, you can watch another one. And until next time, rise up, Jack's Army. Stay loony. And we'll catch you down the road.